In this video, you'll learn how people survive in the slums and why they don't want to leave them. I will also show you garbage heaps, a home to lots of people. My friends, I'm in Kenya. Yes, giraffes are tall with necks so long and everything, but I'm here for another reason. I arrived at Nairobi to see the largest slums in Africa.
This is my wife. I live here. Even we have a mattress.
Here's a kind of ditch, with local chicks having their meals. I hope I don't fall in there. I'll explore local colored shuttles. They have everything here, even religious images, but mainly cinema ones like Peaky Blinders or other fancy TV series. This is Nairobi, the capital of East Africa. Let's start then. Hakuna Matata, as the locals say. Let's begin with the country we're in. We're in East Africa, located at the Indian Ocean. It's divided in half by the equator. The climate of Kenya is astounding. You can both freeze in the mountains and burn in the desert. Most tourists come to see the savannas because Kenya mainly means wildlife. The country has more than 60 national parks. Nearly 2 million tourists come here annually, mainly for royal safari. I arrived at Nairobi National Park, but not to see elephants or giraffes. I've tried safari lots of times. I came here to see this building. That's the African Heritage House. In 1972, it was established by Joseph Murumbi, the former vice president of Kenya, and Alan Donovan, a U.S. State Department officer. Donovan was here on a State Department mission. He fell in love with African culture, quit, and started exploring Kenya. After he was back, he wanted to build a house, praising genuine, pre-colonial Africa. That's how the house was built. It was designed as a sample of African mud architecture. One of the archetypes was the Great Mosque of Djenne in Mali. It even features a small hotel. In fact, it's a museum containing exhibits from all over the continent. But I would rather see them with my own eyes than in museum display cases. Let's do that today then. My friends, I can't let you do without wildlife. There's a giraffe center in the outskirts of Nairobi. They breed rare species and even set them free. My friends, I will always tell you I don't deal with tourist landmarks, but I couldn't miss the giraffes because they're one of the main landmarks in Kenya. They have a giraffe center in Nairobi. You can feed cute giraffes in there. Unlike in zoos, they live in splendid conditions in here, with people coming over to watch them. That's how the Giraffe Center looks like. You buy a ticket and get some meal. Those are pressed leaves. Oh, I thought that was turtle poo. All right, they give you pressed grass. Here comes a giraffe that I can feed. Giraffes are not as harmless as they seem. They can give you a headbutt. There are signs warning you of headbutts. There are pigs down there. Check out the splendid giraffe paddock. It's not even a paddock, it's boundless. The giraffes live just like in wildlife, with guests coming over. That's what I call a zoo. The giraffes seem happy. They take care of them, scratch their backs, and give them treats.
And how big is the site?
20 acres.
20 acres.
Was 10 giraffes, but initially we had 9. One died, we had 8, and after it died, it was replaced by another giraffe. The Salma gave birth to a calf who is now 6 weeks ago. Born by the 12-year-old Salma, the most aggressive head butter.
Here, she.
She is the most aggressive.
Yeah, the head butter.
What can happen?
Yeah?
Head better.
So headbutt is like when somebody fists you very hard.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
With a sign of anger. And yeah, the headbutt can cause you having headache.
So
You get unconscious.
she can kill you. Yeah.
Yeah. If you are not strong enough, you will go down here because of unconsciousness. No, for themselves, a giraffe as another giraffe, they do necking. They fight by necking.
Yeah.
And they punch using their necks so hard. Until one giraffe, somebody.
Okay, how many tourists did she kill?
Yeah?
How many tourists did she kill?
No.
No?
No one.
No one.
Just two who are injured. But for those for the reckless tourists who don't follow the instructions, when you tell, don't come close to the giraffe, others are curious, they want to see, why can I not be close? The curiosity killed the cat. And for you, if you cannot control your curiosity and you have been told, follow instructions, you go back to your home country with a scarf and giraffe.
And can they recognize people?
Yes.
Does she know you?
Yeah, the giraffes are used to us. So when I will be here and just know the giraffe cannot harm me. No, I'm the one who feeds them, I replace for them the water when it is dirty. I give for them pellets so they cannot do.
That's what a safari capital is. 15 kilometers away from the center, and you can feed a giraffe. Finally, let's go to Nairobi. Check out the monkeys. A whole bunch of monkeys. Oh my. The driver tells me to throw them a plastic bottle. I'm totally against that, but my driver says, don't worry, they'll throw it out. So? We'll delete it. We'll not show the land pollution. Sure we will. Sure. I won't start from the center. I will start from the point you can't imagine either Kenya or Nairobi without. I will start from the local slums. Kibera is a city within a city, 5 kilometers away from Nairobi center, and it's another world. Kibera is considered Africa's largest slums, but not for its size. It's only 2.5 square kilometers. Its population is the reason. It's hard to estimate, but it's 250,000 on the average. Although the locals say the number is much higher.
So this is all Kibera.
Yes.
How big are the slums?
It's quite big because it has a population of close to 1 million now.
1 million people live here.
Yeah, you see, it's big. This side, the other side on our right, you will see it where we get in.
There are nearly a dozen of settlements, each containing hundreds of slums. Only 1/5 of them has access to power. Last time I was here, they had no water supply. The locals helped themselves with the local river. Now, they have 2 pipes for water supply. There are no amenities in Kibera, except shared shower rooms. Let's see how they look like.
So here people bath, people take shower, you come, you pay.
How much?
20 shillings, you get in, it is a hot shower, so you shower.
As there are no amenities in the houses, they use paid ones. You can take a shower right here on the main street. It looks rather tidy. The fee includes slippers and soap. It looks clean and tidy.
For 20 shillings you have water,
Yeah, water is here.
soap,
So
no?
the soap, sometimes they put, sometimes, you know, we have people who are also allergic and use different soaps. So you can come with you as well.
There's not enough room on the playground, so some kids are playing here on a sand heap. They play a glass marbles game. Let's see how the life on the local streets looks like. They're frying hooves. Looks nice.
So they make a very good stew, and the stew are good making marrow bones to be strong. So people like it.
These are cow legs. They make delicious food with a lot of
Delicious food.
Yes.
Delicious.
Sure?
Yes.
So whenever you suffer from any bone disease, Its soup is good. Yeah.
Here's a game
This is
center.
a PlayStation
20 shillings for 1 hour or for one game?
for one game.
That's how a toilet looks like. The foul rivers run right among the houses, bubbling and rotting sewage. That's how the houses look like. Some are cleaner, some are filthier. Walking around the streets can be a bit tough because they're littered all over, slippery and filthy. The stench is unbearable. Here's a kind of ditch with local chicks having their meals. I hope I don't fall in there. I wouldn't want to dive in the sewage.
Hi.
That's how the slum streets look. Sewage keeps leaking down here. It's hard to walk. And of course, there's no transport, as they have no roads. It looks like a middle-aged village, littered with garbage and waste, with animals and kids running around and makeshift bridges to help you cross the streets. Here's an interesting point. Life's in full swing. The slums at sunset remind me of a middle-aged city. No transport has been invented yet. The houses are plain. Only the kids' clothes show it's the 21st century. She's cooking meals in here. She'll have fried fish for dinner. That's local street food. They're selling coal. Most locals cook on coal and sell it in buckets. A bucket is enough for cooking dinner. If you have no money, you'll start collecting bottles and stuff to start a fire with it. Here are toilet and shower ads over there. Everyone's busy selling something and so on. Kids are walking along the main paved street. It's the only spot to play and communicate. Enough room for that. A city within the city was no exaggeration. You can stay within the Kibera premises forever. Here's a local shop. They're selling flour, Coca-Cola, and eggs, and some other stuff. Check out the beautiful local girls. You're a beauty.
She's a Luo. That origin.
How old is she?
Uko na miaka ngapi? Eh? These are one of our shops. We do window shopping. Our people around. You want to buy flour, you rush here, you take a flour. You want to buy sugar, you want to take soda. So there is no need of going up to the main road. You just take it. Our small mini supermarket, our people in the community, they come here, they prefer here because they purchase everything here. Rice, beet beans, nylon, the flours, anything they want.
Here you see, rice is 140 shillings per kilo. Beans are 142. Yellow beans are 160. Well, I'd say it's rather scanty. Plenty of flour, rice, household detergents, laundry detergents, toilet paper. That's the assortment. Here are customers buying rice. Let me tell you the history of Kibera. While constructing Nairobi, they wanted to attract rich Europeans, so they threw Africans off to the outskirts. It resulted in a local ghetto. I'd say Kibera is a direct consequence of colonialism. The slums ironically still border on a royal golf course. Kibera has long been on the verge of demolition. In 2009, Kenya's government launched a resettling campaign. It was supposed to take 5 years at most. But the elders opposed the demolition, being the landowners. The process came to a halt. Permanently, I guess. Only 10% of the locals actually own their huts. Many rent them out. The rest are just tenants without any special rights. It's no wonder we still can't count the exact population. There's like a dozen of settlements with thousands of residents in here. A typical Kibera house has clay walls, tin roof, and dirt floor. Whole families commonly live in the huts, 8 people on the average. The rent is at least 2,000 Kenya shillings a month. It's nearly $15.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You live here?
Yeah, I stay here.
Wow.
Yes.
You rent this? House?
Yes.
How many people live in this house?
In total, we are 6.
6. So 6 people live here in this house.
Yes.
Wow.
This one is the kitchen.
Can I? There's a bed, and 6 of you sleep here. 2 more beds. I see. So.
All right, here's a bunk bed. It also serves as a couch. Here's a TV set.
See, there is a machine there for sewing machine.
Okay.
What about food? They cook meals either on coal or with a gas tank. Fun fact, food is luxury in the slums. Life expectancy in Kibera is 30 years. Hand washing is not widespread either. On top of that, poverty leads to hunger. Volunteers struggling against AIDS and tuberculosis arrive here once in several years and keep facing bizarre obstacles. The thing is, anti-tuberculosis and antiretroviral medications work better when taken with food. Mainly, patients simply didn't have enough food to help medications work. I was offered to visit a local hospital, a private one in fact.
This is one of the clinics that is helping our people in the community. So she's one of the in charge.
We do provide medication on malaria, RTI, upper respiratory tract infection, urinary tract infection, STIs. Those are some of the things we do normally treat in this clinic.
Okay, and this is a small clinic. You have another hospitals here in this area.
We have some other hospitals, but this is just a small clinic.
Small clinic for how many people?
Like per day we can attend to like 30 patients.
Yeah.
How much is your consultation? How much people pay? So
okay, consultation is only $200.
Okay.
So in dollars it's
$2.
$2.
Okay.
The locals say they can help for free.
You know, within our community, we have a lot of problems, like someone get hacked on the way, it doesn't have anything, now you have to look for local clinics like this. Then Daktari always does it for free. Yeah, because now someone is helpless and doesn't have any amount. So he always helps a lot. Even us.
Even us ourselves, because I know many people come here for help. And even when we do patrols at night, you find somebody has been raped. You know, we carry out here to get the first aid. If it is more hectic, then get transferred to the bigger hospitals.
So it happens because people like such facilities, because you know in Kenya medical is the most expensive sector that not everybody can afford. Yeah, you find like in slums, there's the mortality rate are always so high. People dies like just when someone died in the house, the road, and so you find with these facilities, this is the only place people can get consolations whenever you feel sick.
According to the nurse, the most widespread disease in the slums is malaria. It's no wonder. The disease is believed to originate from Africa. According to UNICEF, more than 90% of infection cases and deaths from malaria still occur in the African region. There was another point that surprised me. I noticed few people smoking. You can hardly buy cigarettes or meet a smoking person. In Russia, poor people usually smoke a lot. But here, take bikers for example. Bikers or drivers, what are they supposed to do while waiting for the clients? Smoke, but I don't see anyone smoking, not a single one.
Yeah, it's interesting because nobody smokes cigarette. I can't see anybody who's. Why? What's the reason?
No, we have people who smoke,
No.
but they're not around. We know there are destinations where they smoke.
Okay, but here on the streets, nobody smokes.
Not the streets, not so many.
Not so many.
People smoke.
I can't see anybody. It's interesting.
Sometimes.
And you know, cigarette is also very expensive here.
The cigarettes are expensive.
Very expensive.
Okay, because usually in the poor districts,
Like this, is one to
where I see. Hi, you smoke?
Yeah, smoking. Yeah, smoke sigarani.
Okay,
Just sigarani. Yeah.
okay.
Sigara rosta.
Okay, okay.
Where can I see the roast?
I see.
The roast. Yeah, and then I like it the roaster.
Okay.
He's drunk. I was invited to visit a house of a local woman called Aline. She's raising 4 kids all alone.
Welcome.
feel welcome.
It's small, but
Wow, this is your house.
Confused. She just divided it, but it is very small. You can see the bedroom.
There is a bedroom and small kitchen.
and the small kitchen.
It was just one room, but she just decided to divide it into two. You can imagine. She pays rent, this house, of 4,000 per month, and she also has to find ways of how they eat. She also has to pay school fee, so she struggles a lot.
School is not, okay, you pay for the school?
Yes.
How much?
Per term, like that nani.
This one?
This one is 3,500
Per term?
Every month?
every month. Every month, yes.
Every month. So per term has 3 months. So that is around 10,500. But the one in high school?
High school, 2 of them.
The 2 are in high school.
Okay, she goes to primary school.
Yes.
And primary school, it's not free.
No.
Okay,
It's
okay, so 4,000 for the house, 3,500 for the school. What other expense you have?
The food.
Food?
You see, they have to eat, have to wash clothes.
Take bath, something like
Okay,
that.
how much money do you need in a month?
It's a lot of money.
And say, you know, like 20,000 in a month, sustain it is casual. You go to wash, sometimes you find other women have gone to wash also. They have been taken, you remain. So she keeps on going daily. So she makes work easy of going. And she has days.
And how old are you?
Miaka zako.
30 years.
34.
34 years old.
Yes.
Okay. And did you go to school?
Grade 8.
Grade 8.
Education is free in Kenya, but it's almost impossible to enter a public school as they are overloaded. One form can contain more than 100 pupils. Many Kenyans spend their last money on their kids' education. The government helps them sometimes, but not often. They can't count on it. I have no clue how they survive under such conditions.
You tell me that there are 4 of you.
Me and my 4 children.
4 children. Where do you sleep?
Here.
Here.
But sometimes I fall down because of this. You see how it is look like.
Okay, but anyway, there are 4 of you. How can you sleep in one bed?
We sleep, me and 2 children. Me, 2 children.
Here.
This is 3 people.
Yeah.
Other side, 2 children. And I cook here. But it's very dangerous because this one is a gas cooker.
And where is the food?
Huh?
Where is the food? You have a fridge or?
Food.
Food. What?
Food.
Food. Where is the food?
No food, but I take some strong tea. You see, I cook a strong tea right now in thermos. Do you know thermos?
Let's have a look at a local private school. I was allowed to film in a school with nearly 400 Kibera pupils. The educational system in Kenya is poor. Average duration of study is nearly 6 years. Almost 1 million primary school-aged kids don't attend school at all. Kenya is rated 9th in the world on this sector. According to UNICEF, in nearby Somalia, 5 million kids don't attend school. There are still tons of school kids in Kenya. There's an average of 30 pupils per one teacher in Kenya. Just like in India. I came to see a school in Kibera. Yes, I'm at school now. It looks rather pathetic. A metal roof, no windows, ceiling lamps, and concrete walls. It was built by American benefactors. It's a primary school. Children study here for 8 years. The list of disciplines is basic, almost like in Russia. English, Swahili, math, science, social studies, religion, arts, PE, and life skills. I guess it's a kind of handicraft lessons.
So this is the school.
What we do here mostly is trying to provide affordable education, because some of us that came up with the vision, we went through schools here and we noticed that the community here has a challenge of them not affording to, even to go past secondary school. So we came up with affordable program, affordable education. Then also what we do that we have noticed that encourage most of the students to be in school is that we try to offer feeding program. Yeah, so usually we try to offer porridge for breakfast and also lunch.
Thanks to the school, kids not only study, but also have regular meals. They own a farm not far from here, providing 32,000 portions of lunch a month for the pupils. There are lots of kids to feed here.
Yeah, we have 60.
16?
Yeah, 2 classes share this room. Yeah, but other classes are between 40 and 50.
I asked them to show me a common classroom.
So a normal classroom looks like this.
Okay, this is small. For how many students?
It's 42.
42?
Yeah, so 5 seats on that seat. So this one, like 4 uses this one.
5 pupils per desk.
Girls and boys, they study together?
Yes, girls and boys in one class.
Everyone is fine with overcrowded classrooms. They see education as a chance for a better life. But it's not the Kenyan government that provides it, but the benefactors.
We have a team from your country that sponsored like 10 kids who are in high school. And like now, this is their final year. They are finishing. They are paying a rate of 120,000 Kenya shillings. That is $1,000 per year. And they are 10 kids. So we really appreciate them.
The Kenyan situation with education is not the worst in Africa. Nearly 80% of the population are literate, 2 times more than in nearby Somalia. But it's not the government who provides it, but funds. Say, Norwegians built a sports ground in the slums.
Вау! В 22 году есть памятная табличка.
So here, it was built by some guys from Norway to help kids nurture their talents, like playing football, and also they have a computer center. So here, habari yenyu? Here there is a team. Poleni kidogo tu. Just come in. Pole coach. You can see a big screen there. There is a big one and the smaller one. And now, like this, I think this is a team. Any team? Yeah, girls. So this is a girls team. She's the coach. I think she's talking with them, telling them what they're supposed to do. So when Serena Williams came, she had a pitch down here. So she nurtured talents of some of the people who are playing the game she plays. So we saw it, even football cannot be left behind for both girls and boys.
While kids play football on the Norwegian sports ground, adults can drop by a local bar.
So this is our park. Live bands, big play. Then people drink and watch Premier League games. And those who dance the local music also dance. So this is the park within the slum that people can come, like on weekends, from on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Those are the good days that people come because it's a weekend. Otherwise, when we were here last time, many visitors come. They do promote when they drink, if you like the drinks.
If you really liked Kibera, you can visit a hotel on the second floor. He'll show me a room where people stay.
Like this is one of the rooms.
Так, ну что,
All right,
есть две
here are
подушки,
2 pillows,
есть
toilet
туалетная бумага,
paper,
столик
a
и ведро.
table, and a bucket.
Bathroom is shared.
Bathroom, that is there. Clyde, show them the washrooms and...
I take up the bathrooms, but they share the
just waiting. So these are the showers. The bathroom. That is also a shower.
Okay. How much for this room?
It's 500.
500 shillings per night out.
It's about $5.
Yeah, that's about $5. $4, yeah.
So
Okay.
Well, it's fine actually. A nice place in the slums for $5 with a bed and a shower. It may look unpleasant, but it's tidy and clean. It doesn't feel repulsive or anything. There are similar conditions on Kilimanjaro.
these are rooms.
They're all the same, yeah?
They are all the same. They are all the same. They are all the same.
Yes, they all have a patch of toilet paper, a bar of soap, and that's it.
One for $3.
No, $2, yeah. That's around 300.
Okay.
But there's mostly more cheaper ones. You hope now you see these ones a bit expensive. You look for a cheaper one. There's one you can get even with $2, 2 point something or $3. What about the security?
It's comfortable to stay here, but with some nuances.
Why no room for 2 men at a go? Why?
You know, with our culture.
So.
Oh no, yeah, with traditions around people doesn't believe in homosexuality.
They doesn't believe?
Yeah, it's something they've never seen.
Yeah.
They never seen? So 2 men.
They've never seen 2 men.
They are just hearing.
They're just hearing from
Okay, men and women, they can stay in one room, but 2 men, no.
2 men, no.
If they're friends or brothers.
No, you have to make the administration understand that you are brothers, you are friends. Yeah, you just make him understand. Yeah.
But you can't come that you want a room for you at 2 men in one room. No. You have to explain.
You have to explain we are brothers, we are friends.
Okay, but men and women, there is no problem.
No problem.
That's no problem. Even men.
Even they're not married.
Even 2 men two women is never a big deal like 2 men together. Yeah. If you're all female, it's never that big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are traditional values. It's not a good place for spreading various European habits. Not in our hotel for $5. Not in here. I met Mikhail during my trip. He's a founder of financial services provider in Kenya. He agreed with traditional values being important in Africa. When you ask a woman about the most important male feature, or you ask a man about the most important female feature, 90% of them will answer, it's God fear, meaning the fear of God. Neither generosity nor kindness, nor even bravery or something. The fear of God is very important to them. Each day starts with a prayer. Each working day starts with a group prayer. They pray instead of discussing KPI. Talking about LGBT, the law is still valid. There's a law, although I'm not sure it still applies. LGBT stuff carries a sentence of up to 14 years in prison. In Kenyan prison, I know it has applied rarely in the last 10 years, but the law still exists and can apply. Let's get back to the slum streets. I'm sure Kibera has something to surprise you with. An interesting point is the way they deal with garbage in the slums. They can't put regular trash bins in there as the locals will use them in other ways. A garbage truck can hardly drive along the narrow streets, so what's the solution? They dump garbage along the railway tracks, which pass right through Kibera's center. A garbage train used to run here once a week. Garbage men literally raked waste up into empty wagons and took it away. Now, they have garbage trucks instead, which also take waste away from open spots. The job is obviously unpleasant. On top of that, such thing as a flying toilet is still common in Kibera. That's a real name of it. Most Nairobi residents say it's 2 out of 3 prefer plastic bags to public toilets. After doing their business, they dump the bag on the tracks along with regular garbage. In 2009, a local railway company prohibited doing that after a bag caused a cargo train to go off the tracks once. Its wheels skidded and its cars toppled. People were walking along the tracks at the moment. 2 of them were killed. But as you understand, even if the locals know the statement, they still consider it inessential. Although the line is no longer functioning, the tracks are still in Kibera. A kind of commuter train passes along every morning and night. It's an old passenger train. Nairobi railway station is only 5 kilometers away, not too far. The train is usually full of people hanging off of it. Not everyone can afford a bus ride, so it's a kind of local road of life. It's not for bringing food, but for bringing people.
The railway line is working. The train passes in ferries people
What kind of train?
The one for luggages and another one that carries people downtown to work. So it goes in the morning, very early at 7:15, then comes back, come this side. Then comes back later in the evening at 6:15.
So there are only 2 trains in a day?
Yeah, but you see the one for luggages that connects from Kenya to Uganda, Rwanda, it carries luggages. So it passes very early at 3 a.m. in the morning when it ferries the goods from here to our neighboring countries.
As you can see, the situation with garbage in Kibera is rather poor. In Nairobi, it's hardly any better. Nearly 2,500,000 tons of solid waste are produced daily. 1/5 of it is plastic. Only 45% of waste goes to recycling. For the capital, the number is disastrous. The government tried to improve it over the years. Say they put trash bins all around the downtown. In 2017, they even prohibited the usage of disposable plastic bags. According to the officials, only 80% of citizens followed the restriction. I'd say in Kibera, the number is much lower. All the more surprising, a waste community was established in the center of the slums. It's called Wala Kolo. Wala means eat in Swahili. Kolo is the name of cookware. Wala Kolo contains nearly 200 residents. Neither of them has a home as we see it. They live right in the garbage. They earn their living by collecting waste, picking it, and selling what they can. Many Wala Kolo residents claim they live here because the government has demolished their houses to build new ones instead. People were left homeless with nowhere to go. That's how they established Wala Kolo. The residents help each other by dividing daily responsibilities. Some pick waste, others cook meals or work in the garden. Yes, they even have a small farm. Let's look at the way they live.
The households are approximately up to 300,000. Every household produces up to 0.65 kilograms of waste. At this central point, we have this garbage collection center. We also have others at different ends. So every week we have the garbage trucks from the county government that comes to collect these garbages. So
it's just awful. I can't imagine people living here. They live in garbage. The kids are playing right here. And here are the tracks. Trains pass rarely, so there's a makeshift market at other times. Here's what they sell. Those are not even second-hand shoes, just the shabby things someone has thrown out. But they still sell them.
I'm seeing 50 shillings.
50 shillings for a pair of shabby shoes. You can see how poor the people are. They even buy shoes in such terrible condition. Here's an interesting point. It's not even old phones they sell on the tracks. It's old phone remains. People who buy old broken phones throw them out. Here are the broken screens and frames. I have no idea who buys it. Maybe kids need them for their crafts? Or maybe use them as toys, like, look, I have a phone. Those are just broken parts. I don't know who needs them. While I was walking around, I got a whole crowd of those wanting to talk to me. After a long discussion, the word was given to Walakolo chairman.
Tell me about your community. What are you doing here?
We're living here. We are waste pickers. We are waste pickers. We collect this garbage and we put here, recycle the plastic, iron, plastic, cotton, PET. That's why we try to make a living with this garbage. Actually,
we live here.
And you live here?
We live here.
We have some house here.
We have house.
Walakolo is just an organized group, as you can see them.
Yeah.
They came together from different perspectives of life. Like he was a criminal within the slums. So and the way he was saying he met his wife. His wife.
Even a sex worker.
She was a sex worker. You see. So they came together. So they decided we want to stay together. So what can we do? How can we earn a living? So that's how they came to start this garbage collection. So at times they collect garbages from the households and then they get paid. So most of them are reformists. Either they are from drugs, criminal, the sex workers, and now they live as a family. Now their family is called Walakolo. Yeah.
Now they give them support. You know, sometimes people say you give them money, they go, they buy drugs to use, but it is not that. The chairman knows. They go to the shops, they buy flour, sugar. So what can help them, because they have kids. You know, you can't feed a kid with bang. A kid has to eat. So they buy kales, what they can feed.
How much you earn in a day?
How much?
Individual.
I earn individual. I earn like on sometimes, you know, this is our job. There's a need. Sometimes you go, you find 10 kg, 20 kg. It depends when you wake up early in the morning.
Sometimes it goes free.
Sometimes you can go to collect the 1 kg. They cost us nearly 15 shillings.
So 10 kg, that's
150.
For 10 kilos of garbage, you can get nearly $1. How can they live for that? Do they get any help from the government? I asked another worker.
Does anybody help you? Maybe is there any aid from the government?
Not at all. But us, we've learned to be self-independent. We come together, we get our own things together, we set targets together, achieve them together like that. So we don't depend on them normally, we do our own things.
And this landfill, is it legal or not?
Not legal, but
not legal.
We are following up this to be a holding area where we talk with city government. Maybe in a week's time, trucks from Dandora come and take that to Dandora. So talks are still in the process right now as we speak.
The land is neither for working nor for living, but no one really cares. I asked Walakolo residents to show me their houses.
This is my kitchen. This is where I cook.
That's why.
This is where I cook. Let me show you.
This is Kolo.
You put here, you see?
Walakolo. The name become Walakolo. Because of
you see, when I came with this nini, this is the water I pick it. This cotton, plastic. You see?
These little things. You have some quincha, you have some.
You see this one? This broken. These are plastic. These are plastic.
Cotton.
This one is a pet.
Quincha.
Pet. It's not quincha, pet. This is pet. And you see, this one is a white. This one make tissue. This one is waste. They make tissue when we turn to a company.
We can go another place.
Let's go. This is my uncle.
This is called Amze.
He was an industry for garbage collector, but now he's, you see. You're welcome. This is my house. I show you the kitchen.
Yeah.
I show you the kitchen. We live here with this my bed. This is my wife.
You can hardly call it a house without a roof or a floor.
This is my home, and I want to be better. I moved from here because here rain is very dangerous for me because the rain the wall is falling.
This is my wife. I live here. Even we have a mattress. We live here.
They even raise kids here somehow.
Two of you, yeah? You have no kids?
We have kids.
Where are the kids?
The kids in school. Look here. They sleep here. This is their home. That one is for me and my wife. That one is for Angel and
Michael.
My guide says everyone should learn about Walakolo waste community. Maybe this way, people can have a chance for a better life.
As per now, you know, there are people who live in from hand to mouth. Whatever little is there, we can... Chairman is the head here. He can control. Be it 10,000, 5,000, 2,000, what is there? So that he goes and buys something, then he know how he will divide. Yes.
We really appreciate you living here in the street.
Yeah.
You have some wives, you have some children. May God bless you.
So they are very thankful for your coming.
Nairobi is not just giant slums. You can find plenty of interesting things here. In my next video, I will show you Kenyan shuttle buses and people selling one sneaker, take African children for a cart ride, and meet photographers working on one street of Nairobi. Subscribe to my channel to see my next videos first. Don't forget to click like, post the video on Reddit, and share the link with your friends via WhatsApp.